because first time they finished bottom in 1997. Oh, that was happened in 1993, and it was 27 years now. And here's the head coach for Slovakia, Milan Henkrić. He's coaching the Slovakian side. And here's the Dutch lineup one more time. The European champion, the defending champion, 5-time gold medalist in the Euros. They have 5 gold medals, 4 silver medals and 3 bronze medals. Plus 4 more times they were in the semi-final. The lowest rank for the Netherlands is a 6th place, and she came in 2012. 2 years ago they won the gold. They finished unbeaten. They made only 1 draw in the group stage against Italy. And then in the quarterfinal they beat Germany in this stage of the tournament. Then in the semi-final they won against Hungary by 1 goal. And in the final they managed to beat Greece 6-4. There you could see the Hungarian referee Gabriela Várkonyi. And here is Ivan Rakovic from Serbia, the 2 referees of this match. Thinking back about the Netherlands here in Budapest, before this European Championship in 2001 they finished in the 5th place, while 6 years ago they finished 2nd. In the final they lost against Spain. Of course, the Dutch team is one of the favorites of this tournament. Just like 2 years ago, when finally they managed to win the European Championship after 25 years, because before the last Euro they won the Europeans in 1993 in Sheffield. So after the early years they had that 4 European gold. They needed to wait 25 years for the 5th gold medal. Last year they have 1 more gold medal. They won the Europa Cup final in Italy, in Turin. In the final they beat Russia, but on the way to the final they beat Spain and Italy as well. So 3 great teams. And in the World League Super Final, which took place here in Duna Arena in last June, they finished only in the 4th place because they lost the quarterfinal against Hungary, and they won the quarterfinal against Hungary, and then they lost the semi-final against the world's best team, the United States of America. And for the 3rd place, they lost against Russia. And in the World Championship, it was bittersweet surprise, because they finished only in the 7th place. They lost the playoff against Canada. Sorry, they won the playoff against Canada, and then they lost the quarterfinal against Spain. And then for the 5th place, they lost first against Italy, and then they won against Greece. So last year, the Netherlands won a Europa Cup gold. They finished 4th in the World League Super Final, and they finished 7th only in the World Championships. But here in the European Championships, they are the defending champions, and now they are playing a team which never been here. Actually, the Slovakians didn't even thought that they would be here. And here's the first goal, and of course it goes from the first Dutch attack, and the goal scorer is Kittelin Juistra, the number 10. So the Slovakians didn't even think that they would be here in the 2nd week of the European Championship, so they had no accommodation for this week. And later, of course, they organized and have it, but this is really a surprise even for them, that they were able to win the quarterfinal. able to qualify from the group stage, and that means, as they finish in fourth place, that they will have 2 more matches. Because even they would lose here, they will have more matches on the way to become on the 5th position. So they will be here at the end of the championships, but as they have now the accommodation, they have hotel rooms, so they can stay here. And of course, they expect not an easy game against the top team in Europe, but and of course they are realistic. They know that they have no chance against the Netherlands, but of course they would like to score some goals and keep this match as close as they are able to. For example, a save like this can help to have a close game for some minutes. Shot from Maud Megens. Now 6-on-5 for the Netherlands. And the shots. And this is goal number 2 for the Netherlands. And the goal scorer is Van der Kratz this time. In the group stage, Slovakia was down by the big ones. Hungary, Russia and Greece. In every matches against the big ones, they scored 2 goals each. But then they managed to earn its first ever win at the Europeans against Serbia, 6-2. And then they added a crucial 9-7 win against Croatia. And that's why they were able to reach the last 8 here in Budapest. And a huge chance ahead of Justra again. But this time she was not concentrating well. While the Dutch claimed 5-on-5 here in the group stage. They beat Israel, Germany easily. Then they played their first more difficult match against Italy, but they won easily 10-4. Then they managed to beat France again, and one more time in the last match in the group for the first position. They won against Spain, and that was an easy win for the Netherlands. One more time, 10-6. So the Dutch, as they also went all the way undefeated in Barcelona 2 years ago with 7 wins and 1 draw, their unbeaten run at the Europeans counts 13 straight matches so far now. And their last loss came in Belgrade 4 years ago in the final against Hungary. And actually 2 years before that in Budapest here, they also lost in the final. So that means in the last 4 editions they have 22 wins, 2 draws and only 2 losses on those 2 finals. It's a great run for the Netherlands.
We are now halfway through the first quarter. We will lead for the blue caps, working champion.
And one more goal for the Netherlands. They are just passing the ball until they have a real good shooting chance. And Brigitte Slicking find the way to the back of the net. Her first goal in the match. The top scorer from the Dutch side is Maud Megens with 17 goals, which is almost as many as the whole Slovakian team scored in the European Championships in 5 matches. Slovakia scored 21 goals, and Maud Megans just alone scored 17. But here he missed her only chance so far. And one more goal for the Netherlands, and one more goal for Sleeking. So as we had the excitement for the placement matches for the 11th and for the 9th place, as it was expected, we will have no excitement here. The Dutch will win this match against the team which is here for the first time ever in the top 8. Slovakia needed to qualify, and first they needed to make the qualification round last April in Portugal, but they made it and they won 5 matches against Portugal, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Romania and Ukraine. And after that they had the qualification playoff matches in October against Turkey. They won both matches really easily. Actually 2 years ago they almost made it against Turkey, but that time they lost. After a draw at home, they lost in Istanbul by 1 goal. Right, there was a block from the Slovakian side, and from that Tamara Kolarova just got injured, as you could see on the pictures. While I was telling about Slovakians' recent results, how they could qualify here to Budapest and make that wonder that they are here in the quarterfinals. Inside the last 2 minutes of the first quarter, the Netherlands are leading by 4 goals to 0. But the 5th goal is not coming. They didn't score a goal for almost 2 minutes. Actually, the Dutch made 3 changes since the last European Championships inside the goal. This is no more Laura Arts, because she didn't want to go back to the Dutch, to the Netherlands, to any Dutch club. She stayed here in Hungary in the club called Dunai Város, because before every Olympic tournament, it's a usual thing in the Netherlands that they are calling back all the players who are playing in foreign countries to come back, but Laura Hart said that she wants to stay here in Dunai Város, and that's why she couldn't reach the team now here in Hungary in the European Championships. So she is out. Koolhaas and Forfeld also out from the team, and Gunders, Kuning and Van der Kraats are the new faces compared to the gold medalist team 2 years ago. And they made 3 changes since the last year's World Championship as well. Buys, Koolhaas and Forfeld out from the team, from that team that finished in the 7th place in the world. Of course, there will be a huge applause if Slovakia would able to score a goal against the European champions, but this time Daniela Katlovska missed it. Shot from distance, and one more save. Kristina Horvátová, her 4th save. And she's on 50% almost. Now to the center forward, and this time Horvátova has no chance. Goal number 6 for the Netherlands, and this time Vivian Sevenic is the goal scorer. The Netherlands are Olympic champion one time. It was back in 2008 in Beijing. One-time world champions. It was in 1991. They won the World Cup 8 times, the Europa Cup 1 time, and 5 times the European Championships. And here, in this first quarterfinal match against Slovakia, Dutch fans are arriving to Budapest to support the team, which would like to defend their European Championship golds. And the second swim-off, this wheel goes to the Netherlands really easily. No chance for Slovakia. Against shot from distance. One more save for Kristina Horvátova. Actually, the other goalie, Emőke Kisova, who has only 18 minutes, a bit less than 18 minutes from the Slovakian team, she's not even the roster for the lineup today. Got injured. So Slovakia has only one goalie, but the captain Kristina Horvátova is really defending well, not just in match but the whole tournament. No goals so far in this quarter, and 1.5 minutes went. Exclusion. 6-on-5 for Slovakia. And they have to wait for 2 more players. The Dutch goal to arrive. This is the first exclusion from the team Netherlands. And the shot and the save made by Johanna Kunders. The pass just a bit long, but still able to reach it. Then to the center, and there was a turnover foul. No one to pass for, but even the Slovakians are changing one player. Tricky shot. Stankowianska tried. Not an easy save, and now Stankowianska is not even swimming back. Stankowianska is just in the Dutch side alone. Now one Dutch player went back. They didn't think that Stankowianska will be this tricky. Now Stankowianska, as you can see, came back to defend. 20 seconds for the Dutch team. And there is a turnover foul, so the ball goes to Slovakia. Turnover foul this time. The other side. Megans. 3 Dutch players arriving, 2 in the center, and the goal is in the back of the net. Goal number 7 for the Netherlands. And still no goal for Slovakia. There you can see from that beautiful spider camera how the pass arrived from Megans to Juistra, who scored her 2nd goal in the match. Here is Kitilin Juistra. She had 7 goals so far. Now she's on 9 goals. As I mentioned, Maud Megans is the top scorer for the Netherlands, 17 goals. And there are 2 players, Katarina van der Slot and Marta Koenig, who has 11 goals each. They are tied in the 2nd position in the Dutch goal scoring rank. Now short pass, but there is an exclusion from Slovakia. So 6 on 5 now to the Netherlands. Kurucova is the penalized player, and there is the goal number 8 for the Netherlands. Van der Kratz. She's on 2 goals now, just like Juistra and Sticking. Nobody was there. The Slovakian players really forgot about her. This is Sedlakova. Kurucova. Back to Kurucova, then back to Sedlakova. Under 10 seconds for Slovakia. They're not even really trying for the shooting position, but now they are on man up. Brigitta Slicking. From this, they had already a shot. One more shot. And it was just on the post. Janka Kurucova tried it, her first shot. Rogge. Van der Kratz. Shot from distance, and Horvatova saves it. The age of 20, she's already the captain of the Slovakian side. 2 years ago, she was in the European Junior Championship, where Slovakia finished 13th. And Havanga has a chat with the Hungarian referee. Slot. Sneaking back to Van der Slot. Now one more press and only 5 seconds for the Netherlands. No exclusion, 1 second, and in the last moment there was a turnover foul. So the ball goes to Slovakia. Sedlakova. There was a chance ahead of Katarina Kishova, but no foul given by the referee. So it can be a counter-attack. Pass to the left wing, and there is a goal from there. This is number 9 for the Netherlands. And the goal scorer is the number 9 in style, Martje Koenig. She has 2 goals as well as Justra, Van der Kratz and Sliking. So we are still awaiting for the first Slovakian goal here in the quarterfinals. They scored 21 goals so far in the whole tournament, as I mentioned, compared to Maud Megan's 17 goals just alone. And a yellow card for the Slovakian head coach and for the Slovakian bench as well. Katlovska. Stankovianska. Only 3 seconds, and in the end there is a shot saved easily by Könders. We are under the last minute of the second quarter. Now to the center. It was a huge chance, but missed by Kristina van der Slot. Sorry, Katarina van der Slot. Stankovianska. Katlovska. Impossible to put the ball to the center forwards. Which players, just the Dutch defense is just pushing really far from their goal. Rogge. Van der Slot. And to the left, now to the center forward, and steal made by Tamara Kolarova. And this is how the first half ended. In the first half, in the first quarter, the Netherlands scored 6 goals. Slovakians will have 2 more matches, so they will be here until the end of the European Championships. And that was the problem, that they didn't have the accommodation, because they didn't think that they will be here in the second week of the tournament as well. Now let's see the second half, and I think in this half the only question is that Slovakia would be able to score a goal against the Netherlands or not. The possession is the third time goes to the Netherlands. Pass to the center forward position, and there was no foul, as the referee shows. This is Petskova. Sorry, no, Junashova. Junashova. There are 2 Dutch players taking care of the Slovakian center forward, and this time there is just a foul, no exclusion. And Slovakia is losing the ball because only 2 seconds left after this wrong pass. So probably the most important thing for Arno Havenga's team is to concentrate on defense and keep the Slovaks on 0 goals or 1 goal maybe, and on attack to score as many goals as they can, especially on the man-up situations, because the next match against Russia or Italy, that will be crucial for the European gold medalist team, which want to defend the title. No more time for Slovakia to attack. This is Roge. And with the center forward position, there is still a fight between the 2 players. It was Petskova and Megens. The first major foul goes to Patlovska. And goal number 10 for the Netherlands. They are using this man-up situation quickly. Katarina van der Slot. Her first goal in the match. Nice goal from the left wing. Junashova. Patlovska. Junashova is moving to the center forward position. There was Garantsovska as well, asking the ball, but she didn't get, only now. On the left side, now a shot from the middle, and a block made by Megens. Sorry, Dagmar Gené. And now on the other side, there is a fast break goal. The 11th goal for the Dutch. And probably this is something that the Slovakian head coach is not happy with. Because so far, they couldn't let the Dutch score easy goals like this. And that can be an aim for Slovakia, of course. Not just to score a goal, but on defense, not let easy goals to the Netherlands. One more try, this time Tamara Kolarova. There's a clear chance, and Maud Megens, her second goal. No, sorry, only her first goal in the match. From 4 shots, the top scorer of the Dutch team just scored her first goal in the third quarter against Slovakia. I remember that in the beginning of the match she had a huge clear chance, and she was on one-on-one against the goalie, but she missed that. Now it's Katlowska. The youngest team is the Slovakian side here in the European Championships. Their youngest player is Garancovska, who is only 16 years old, while the oldest player is 24, Katlowska. But they have more teenagers than at the age of 20s players. And Iris Wolfs scores her first goal as well. So the save percentage for Horvátova is getting worse, but she's still on 35%. Kurucova. Peckova. Peckova again. Now this is Majlatova. Peckova, only 5 seconds to go, and beautiful steal. It can be a 5-meter penalty, of course.
That's going to be a 5-meter penalty for
and Megens has the chance to score her second goal, and she does. Goal number 14 for the Netherlands. Well, for the 11th place, then for the 9th place, we had 2 really good matches between 2 equal teams. And now, unfortunately, in the quarterfinal, we have a one-sided match between the Netherlands and Slovakia. 14-0, and still no goal for Slovakia. This time, Natalia Peckova tried to score the first goal for Slovakia. And so far, seems to me this is an impossible mission. Actually, the Slovakians against the top teams like Greece, Hungary and Russia in their group, in the group stage matches, they always scored. And not just 1, but 2 goals to every team, against every team. There's a lob shot. Maybe this would be good, but there was a defender to help Kunders. Now it's leaking. Megens. Back to Megens. Now Slicking again. Shot from distance. Dagmar Zseny. Easy goal, easy shot from distance. No chance for the goalie. The Dutch captain, Dagmar Zseny, scored her first goal of the game. She will be 31 years old. at the end of the month. She's the oldest member of the Dutch team with this 31 years of age. Compared to the Slovakian side, the youngest player in the Dutch team is 19 years old, and she is the only one who is under 20, while the Slovakian team there are 7 players who are under 20 and no player more than 24 years. So this is a huge difference, and I'm sure that Slovakia in the next editions, for example 2 years later in Split, will be there one more time. If the rules will not change, there wouldn't be maybe less team, but I don't think so. So this team with even more experience that which they able to gain here in Budapest, they will play much better, and finally they score the first goal after almost 24 minutes. And actually this was a beautiful goal scored by Emma Junasova. Let me see, Emma Junasova. This was only her second goal in the tournament. Van de Kratz. It was a pass to nowhere, and it can be a fast break, but the Slovakian just swam next to the ball. It was Tamara Kolarova. This could be a good chance for Slovakia. And in the other side, there is a save made by Horvatova after the shot of Van de Kratz. Corner, only 5 seconds to go in this quarter. One more pass and one more shot, just too high. So this quarter ended 7 goals for the Netherlands and 1 goal for Slovakia. 16-1 altogether. Jana Kunders just finished the match on that 80% save percentage. As we could see that Debbie Williams, wearing the number 13 cap, is about to come in between the Dutch posts.
And it's over. It's a game by the Dutch.
On the 4 sprints, won by the Dutch. Again. Now this is Jenny van der Slot. Jenny, shot, and this keep shot just, I don't know how exactly, went in. Scorer is Benta Rogge. An action shot goal, and let's see from this angle. Actually, just a nice skip shot, and to the top left corner. Jurashova. Kolarova. Exclusion from the Netherlands. This can be a chance for Slovakia. Now there is a shot and saved by the post again. This was only the third man-up situation for Slovakia. And if I remember well, they had 2 shots on the post in these situations. There's the answer, the same answer. The shot was on the post. Stankowienska. Trying to pass to Katlovska, but only 5 seconds for Slovakia. Just one more pass. Now the shot and the beautiful save made by Debbie Williams. Her first save in the match. And she just jumped into the match in the last quarter. Katlovska. One more time, an exclusion foul from the Netherlands. Van der Kraats will be the player who must go out for 20. And now Slovakia is calling the team timeout.
Janka, poď na tyčku. Daniela sem, Pecka na tamtú tyčku. Vidíme ten náš signál, čo sme mali, áno. Mirka natiahla, ale najprv choďte ďalej. Dobre, 2-krát, 3-krát si vymete loptu, 4-krát. Beata nahráva Daniele a Daniela nahráva Pecke. Počkaj, Tomaj, Ema, podole. Hej.
Milan Henkry, coaching the Slovakian team for 3 years now, but he is and he was coaching the under teams, the under 17 and under 19s team in Slovakia, so he really knows well these girls, and he's working with these young ladies for several years now. But in this man-up, they couldn't score a goal. And in those under championships, and European Championship, the Slovakian side was always there and finishing in 12th place or 10th place or 11th place. And actually, one time they even finished in the 8th place in the under 17 category 5 years ago. Last time it was 2 years ago when he was coaching the under-19 girls and they finished in the 13th place. So everything means that Team Slovakia is improving a lot. And finally, Slovakia has a women's team as well, not just the men's team. But actually, here in Budapest, neither men's side is able to qualify. So the female teams deliver some cheers at least for both countries. And of course, for the Dutch is like this, since the women's tournament is alive, because the Netherlands in the women's competition is one of the best teams in the world and top team in Europe with 12 medals so far in the European Championships history and 5 gold. From 2 years ago in Barcelona they won the gold after 25 years. Only 5 seconds for Slovakia to attack. It can be a shot. Oh. Mistake made by Petskova. And Morgans is there in the middle and she scores number 20 for the Netherlands. And actually this is a bit sad that here we have the quarterfinal and we have this huge difference between the two teams. But the truth is that in Europe there are only 6 good teams, really equal teams. And in a quarterfinal you must have 8 teams. So in the next quarterfinal, which will be between Russia and Italy, and then Greece against Spain, there will be even more closer matches. You can be sure. And in the end of the day, Hungary will meet France. And the difference between the two teams, I think, won't be like this, but Hungary is the favorite, of course, of that match. But Slovakia scored the second goal. The goal scorer is Stankovianska. So at least there is something to cheer for. Even though now the Netherlands are scoring one more, 21, number 21. And the goal scorer is Sevenic. This is her second goal in the match from 3 shots. And we have a bit less than 3.5 minutes to go in this match. The Netherlands are on the way to the semi-final here in Budapest. After winning the gold 2 years ago, they are on the top 4 one more time. And as I said in the beginning, they were only out from the top 4 only one time. It happened 8 years ago, which was a huge disappointment for the Dutch, because that European Championship was on the home pool in Eindhoven, and they finished only in the 6th place. But after that, 2 years later here in Budapest, and 4 years later in Belgrade, and 6 years later in Barcelona, they always were in the final. They won 2 silver medals, and last time they won the gold finally. And this is Megan's Pass to the center forward, and this time there is no foul. Majlátova. Junasova. This is Kurucova, sorry, Kováčikova. And Slovakia is losing the ball. 1.5 minutes from the match, and there is a fast break and the save made by Horvátova. But the rebound will go to the Netherlands. Brigitte Sliking collects the ball and try to pass to the center. Great move from Kristina Horvátova, Slovakian goalie.
At the last minute of this game.
One more shot, but although this goal went into the back of the net, it doesn't count because there was a turnover foul. And now the Dutch team can close this attack with a goal. Maud Megens even tried to kick the ball to the back of the net, and Megens scores. Maud Megens, finally in the end, she scored her 5th goal. She started the first half without goal, and then in the second half she scored 5 times. So now it's 22 goals next to Megan's name. Actually, she was the most valuable player 2 years ago. She scored 21 goals for the Netherlands in the European Championships. Van der Slot was the second best scorer among the Dutch players with 20 goals, and the best goalie was Laura Arts of the tournament. So this is how the first quarter-final ended. The Netherlands beat Slovakia by 20 goals, 22-2, as it was expected. And in the end, at least, Slovakia, with the goals of Junasova and Stankovianska, managed to score 2 goals, just like